There we go. We have video. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, half and half. Happy days. Yeah, last but not least. Yeah, okay. Okay, man.
Okay. Phil, Sinead was talking to me about vouchers.
Yes.
Or Lidl or Aldi or whatever.
Yeah. I phoned you your neighbour.
What?
I phoned you your neighbour.
You did? I thought you phoned you today. Oh, sorry, it was you.
Yeah.
When? Yeah. Very good.
Oh, we're on the same page now, Tony.
What, baby? See, I was only after waking up. I fell asleep on the sofa.
Did I wake you up?
Woke me up.
Lovely. That made my day. Yeah, so what's happening? Still
Yeah.
happy?
Yeah, with the
Vouchers.
and the Olympics. Was it?
I'll be a little.
Yeah.
I'll get them organised.
Hey, Faye.
What?
Supposed to be, yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Good morning.
How are you, Faye?
I'm all good. How are you?
You're a little radio star, huh?
Telling you.
Yeah?
Yeah. Famous now. Do you want my autograph?
Famous. So, Faye, what do you do? Well, you meet the clients where they're at. You meet them where they're at. Oh, I thought, yes, she's got it fantastic.
Yeah.
You did wonderfully.
Thanks very much.
Oh no, it's fan. I'm so proud of you, lot. Really.
He's only saying that because he has the T-shirt on, the St. Albert T-shirt. Don't be lying.
Yeah. I've got a nipple stand from this.
Tommy's going to give you a nipple cripple.
Triple nipple. Where is Tommy the Tongue?
There he is.
He's over in the corner, right?
Yeah. Oh, there you are. Oh, would you get your fucking. Oh, sorry, I mustn't swear.
Trying to change me vocabulary.
Yeah, no, it was wonderful. It was really wonderful.
You enjoyed it anyway. You see your director is in the right direction anyway.
Yeah, no, it's lovely.
You like the way I thrown in your container stuff?
Hey? Yeah, you mentioned the containers as well. And you mentioned check-in, meeting clients where they're at. Yeah. Going out into the communities, understanding what your role is in the community previously and how that can be projected onto you. How fellowships have helped, but how much more there is to it. No, you guys were grand.
Yep.
Yeah. What class number is this? Is this number 17 or 18?
She's up there anyways. She's close. It's only when it comes to someone like this, but it's close. Between 17 and 18, David. Anyways.
Okay, so we'll call it 17 and a half then.
Yeah, 17 and 3/4. Oh, lads.
Brian's doing a 10, yeah.
Huh?
Brian's doing a 10.
Oh, he's backwards, isn't it? Yep. We have Brian back with us today, David.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you can see him.
No, I can't.
You won't be able to, because it's only set up with
Yeah. What about we turn that computer towards the screen? Let him see David.
Can do.
Maybe instead of just looking at us, you know, because David puts up a couple pictures and stuff.
I wouldn't be sitting there.
You know, looking at all the very ugly mushes all that. So David, Brian's gonna come on at 10 and he can see you.
Shipwreck. We'll fix it.
Right. Okay.
Look at OCD all over the shop. Look. I tell you. Look at the whole.
Fix it. Why do you cook it now? Cook it now.
That's fucking straight. Look, you like all over. It's straight some days it's not. Sexuality is a bit like that the other day as well.
We get more live in there, right?
Wearing the walk shoes today because fishing.
That's the job now.
Yeah.
Yeah, get back to
That's probably the best I can do. So he's up here.
Yeah, so we can.
He's a right catcher, man, wasn't he? Now, in fairness, he's a right catch for the right woman.
You know that kick in when he's.
Yeah. Thanks, Phil. Thanks, Phil.
Right. Let's go. 10 o'clock. Will someone please read the pre-recording consent?
But I can't even say it.
I'll read it. 1 second.
Look,
Yes.
I can't say that. Even with the glasses. Before we begin recording, I want to make sure everyone. I can't see it, Dave, with my eyesight, sorry.
He's up there in the top.
I can't see it.
Is that any better?
Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
Before we begin recording, I want to make sure everyone is aware and comfortable. The session is being streamed and recorded as part of the UACT LERO's mission to build recovery capital and challenge stigma. Your personal safety and comfort comes first. If at any time you would like your contribution or a recording deleted, please say so, and it will be removed without question. Please remember, take personal responsibility for what you share. This is an adult learning environment, not therapy. It's mutual aid or faith-based organizations. If you are happy to proceed, please give a verbal yes or use the chat to confirm your consent to the recording.
Yes.
Yeah. Go. Thank you. Why is that important?
It's for everyone's confidentiality as well, isn't it? Like, for everyone's, like, to have clarity that people know that's being recorded and just to be mindful of what they say, basically, isn't it? Kind of.
Yep. Okay. And there's also a sharing our personal stories. There's a vulnerability to that as well. And I don't know about you lot, but I have such a low self-esteem around what I did in recovery that when I came in here, I just wanted to kind of spill everything out, and it has impacted me personally when I've become a bit wiser. Yep, and I think a lot of people can benefit from the vulnerability that people feel or maybe don't have an understanding of consent. Yeah. So, and I think a couple of weeks ago we had a recording, and then afterwards someone thought, "Oh shit, I'm not really happy with what I said," and then we removed it straight away. Yeah. So your psychic safety is really important, and we need to be aware of that. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm thank help. I was just when you said it had an impact, was that negative on you?
So I think the container, the class was good.
No, you said there the impact when you were sharing in recovery earlier had an impact on you. Which way did that show up? What way was that impact?
Well, the way that it gets set up is like, oh wow, look, that junkie's got an amazing story of recovery. Wow. Oh my God, have you heard he's using again? It's a failure. Yeah. And we get set up where recovery is way more than, have you ever heard that saying, clean time is good, but recovery is better?
No.
Well,
Okay. So recovery is way more than just not using. Yep. In fact, I've come across some people that aren't using, but they should be using because they're nicer people when they are, or they're
Yeah, there's a difference between being drug free and being in recovery. Because you
great.
find you can drop the drugs, and if you're not doing the work on yourself and doing what you're meant to be doing, you're stuck, you know, and you're not growing into who you should be. Do you know what I mean? And progressing and stuff. And that's what I was like a few years ago. I got about a year and a half clean time, but I wasn't doing the work on myself, and I went back because I was miserable. I was still quite broken.
People missing today.
Wonderful. So just one more story before we start the check-in. I was talking about my story to my son's girlfriend at the time. They since got married. And as I was telling the story and talking about my shame and all this sort of stuff, I caught my son looking at me out of his eye, and I suddenly realized is my son wants me to be proud of myself. Yeah, my son is proud of me, but I wasn't proud of me. And I had to start to change the narrative and step out of that shame that I was putting on myself. Yeah. There was an internal oppression on me where I needed to move out of the shame of that. There was a macabre comfort of sitting in my own shit. Right, let's start the check-in. We're going to go for till 5 to this today, and then you're going to break up and you're going to go into your little groups. You can stay in this Zoom room, Kennedy Street. Yep, because you're not in the same building in Sankalpa. You've always done that. So we're coming up to the end. We're in the home stretch of the training. So this is the 4Q model and building the container. Okay, so David checking in, really excited and so proud of this container and Kennedy Street and Sankalpa. Really, I've like where we've come from and where we are now. I just feel really honored to be part of this journey with you all. Sarah, I'll tag you.
Thank you. Hi. I am a bit anxious this morning. Just a few things going on, but nothing that I can't keep in the day, so it's all fine. I will tag Michael from Sandkalpa.
Which one?
I'll just go. Michael Sankalpa, thank you. Checking in, feeling okay this morning. After a little chat with the lads this morning, instead of talking to myself in my head, but feeling okay this morning. Feeling a bit positive. Broke up after me jogging, but feeling good. I'll tag Faye.
Sorry. Good morning. I'm checking in. I'm good. I'm having a good week, to be honest with you. Few things going on, anniversaries and stuff, but like as people say, nothing I can't deal with today. But like I'm relatively good. I will tag Tommy.
Good morning. Tommy, feeling good. Woke up this morning with loads of stresses, only back off a holiday and stuff, and I start seeing stuff from Christmas around the corner. And I it's mad how fear is like, shit, do I have to start making money for Christmas, and what am I going to do? I'm tired of this, I'm tired of that. And again, it's like, keep it in the day, it's going to be okay.
Good man.
And let it go with the breathing. I panic with stuff like that. I get very, very stressful. Obviously, it's from growing up with nothing and always worrying. So yeah, that's me. That's how I woke up this morning, and this is how I am. I'm actually in great form. Looking forward to the group. I'll pass you on to Stephen.
Yeah, Stephen Sankhalpa. Yeah, feeling good today, feeling positive today. Same, had a bit of a mad kind of all over the shop week, but feel good, feel positive this morning, feel very positive this morning, you know. I'm feeling very grateful today for some reason. I feel grateful every day, but I'm feeling really grateful this morning just for the little things, you know. And I'm feeling good. I will tag Craig.
Thanks, Stephen. Yeah, Craig from St. Calvin, checking in good today. I had a busy week. I'm doing another course on as well as this, and I'm just very busy. But I'm liking how things are at the minute, so it's all good. I'm looking forward to seeing what this class is. So I'm going to take Michael.
Yeah, I feel good today. Full of gratitude. Full of gratitude. Just the last few days, I was just up in my head a little bit, you know. I didn't know what was wrong with me. It's just that I wasn't handing my day over right. You know, I was handed over and worrying. And if you hand your day over and you're worrying, that means you're not handed over right. So I've started to do it sincerely now. But I'm full of gratitude to be here clean and sober this morning and doing this program. That's the way I'm today. So that's all the one.
Yeah, good morning. Out here in St. Calvert. Yeah, I'm feeling really good today. But I was just talking to Tommy there this morning, and the things that we did last week in the Olympics, and Tommy was going around, he never had a smile off his face the whole thing. And I walked out with, I didn't take part because my knees are fucked up and out with. Anyway, but it was really good, you know. And then I went on a walk for Recovery Month the other day, and being linked in with all that, because I isolated a lot of my addiction, but I just feel the connections that I have around recovery. And I started a job then on Monday with the Paul. It's a homeless services. So, and they were asking me about recovery coaching. I was able to explain to them and what I've got out of it. So it's been brilliant. I'm full of beans at the moment, and I'm looking forward to every morning. So I'm all good. And I'll tag Sam.
Thank you. Yeah, hi. Just checking in. I am feeling all right this morning. Looking forward to the lesson, and I'll take Danny.
Hi, morning guys. Yeah, it's Danny checking in. Good. Yeah, I've had a busy week. I'm organising an exhibition featuring sober artists at the moment, and that's all starting to come together. So I'm going to be putting on a show in a gallery here in Brighton of 40 artists in recovery, which I'm excited about. So that's so it's been a good week, and I will tag Daniel.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm just checking full of cold. I feel great. I'll be.
I'll have your job, Phil. I'll have your job. I'll have your job.
Abby?
Hi, how are you? Checking in a little bit all over the place. Yeah, I don't know if everyone went, but if not, I tag Sarah.
I think it's everyone except Brian. Brian, have you joined us?
Brian hasn't joined us yet. This room is
but his room's here.
Yeah, no, can you see his room, yeah?
Sort of. I mean, I wouldn't really be able to read his body language, but if he comes in, I think it's great. I mean,
the officer came in there, so we should be in now in a few minutes. But if you can't hear or see him, we relate how he's feeling.
Yeah, that's all right. It's I mean, we've got Johannesburg connecting to London, connecting to Dublin, connecting to the prison. It's pretty amazing how this container is connected like this. Okay. So, was there any homework from last week?
No.
We had the Recovery Olympics. We weren't here last week.
We weren't in, remember? We forgot that.
Oh yeah, that's right. You had the Recovery Olympics. Okay.
St. Calbar, the fittest service in Ireland.
Okay. So while we're here, in case just for the other people, you guys did a podcast and you went on radio. Yep.
Yeah.
What did you learn from that?
Jesus.
Go on, Tom.
What did I learn? It's actually my second time to do the podcast. So, to be honest with you, David, I don't think I learned that. I think I built a bit more confidence. If anything, I don't think the podcast was going to learn me that because it was nothing that I didn't know going on it. So, to say I learned that off it, I'd be. Maybe if I thought deep into it, maybe I did learn something, or I felt I didn't, or I felt great that I could give, honestly.
So you learned you could do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hey Brian, hello.
Can you see Brian?
Yeah. There's like a little man in a little window, in a little window, in a little window.
What, Brian?
We hear you, Brian.
Brian, can you hear David?
We can't hear you.
He can hear you, Dave, but you can't hear him.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, well, welcome, Brian. I hope your recovery coaching journey and learning stuff is working for you. We're certainly doing our best to teach you this. So yeah, I just want to honor you for sticking it out and just keep coming and let us know what we can do to help you. So let's go back to the podcast. Sankalpa, what else is there?
As Tommy said, we didn't learn that. We just got confidence.
We learned that we could talk. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Experience to help people.
That was my second time as well doing a podcast. One was on mental health when I was locked up, and then one was. But it doesn't get any easier when you stick a microphone in your face, But once you start speaking, it just becomes normal. You're only telling what you already know, what you've done, But it's just the room, the space. It's just kind of a little bit. But surely, if you did it for a week, you'd be all right, But I just got a bit of confidence out of it. I left there good. I was glad I was able to squeeze in stuff about mental health and not only addiction.
So what I would like to kind of put a lens on is you became conscious of your competence. Yeah. Beforehand, you were unconsciously competent in this area. Yeah. Now you kind of realize, oh yeah, I can do this, and this is why I can do this, and this is where it fits, and it would have helped with resilience of actually going out, because it can be quite anxiety provoking, going, oh fuck, I'm going to be on radio now, I'm going to get my story, am I going to get it right?
Yeah. I suppose what I took from it was that we actually have a lot more to give back than we actually realise, and I thought it was a great thing because I'd never been in a radio station or anything like that, and then there's a local a group in where we're from. It's called Finglas Talks, and it was up on that, and loads of people said it to me. Said, "Jesus, I seen your picture up on the Finglas Talks, and you're doing the Near FM podcast." I was like, "Oh fuck." But I suppose it's good, because a lot of people would know our background as well, but a lot of people wouldn't, and like we're normal people as well. We have to drop our children to school, we go around the area, we're members of the local community, and sometimes as well, like what you said as well, you have to be kind of savvy on what you're going to say, and what you're going to share, and to not overshare to the wrong people. It's very important,
Okay. So I like what you say about you've got kids that go to school, yep, and then there are other kids that maybe people don't know about it, and it can put because it's so stigmatized, it can have an impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just had experience of that recently with I have like a 5-year-old, and he came in and said junkie in the house, and I nearly had a heart attack, like, you know. And he's learned it from other little kids, but I tried to explain. He's too young to understand. I tried to explain to him that there's no such thing as a junkie. That people are just sick and they're a little bit lost, you know. But he doesn't understand. He said, "Why are they lost? Can they not just go home?" You know, his innocence, you know.
Oh, that's so sweet. There was a big sigh you had there, huh?
Yeah.
You just kind of, oh, fuck, how do I?
Yeah, it's just this. He just asks questions about things, but I do kind of say that I go to help people to stop drinking, because it's a little bit more easier for him to understand, you know, than, you know, my oldest son understands. He's 14, he knows the story, but the younger ones to be asking questions, and why do you need to keep on going there, and like, why do you go there? Why do you have to go there? And you know, so you're kind of, well, which way could I put it? You're kind of anxious when they ask you those things, because you don't know what to say or what not to say, you know?
They ask the courageous
Yeah,
questions innocently, huh?
and you catch you off guard as well. You're just not prepared.
Yeah.
You have the answers, you know?
Okay. Cool. Kennedy Street, have you got experience of kind of being on radio or in the public eye? Or I mean, I've seen some of your TikToks, and you've got some wonderful stuff out there, Sarah.
Yeah, I think within Kennedy Street, I suppose it's just I've done a couple of radio interviews, and I think mostly now just working for Kennedy Street and going to AA meetings. It's just that I choose to be visible in it, and that's been my choice. And I feel very comfortable now with being visible and talking a lot about my recovery. And I think that's important, is focusing on recovery, what I do now, to be positive. But I've also got to be aware that, when my daughter is here at the moment, but that, I've got 2 children, and what seems normal to me and the language I use now and how comfortable I am talking it, I can't assume that other family members or people close to me are. And so I'm kind of mindful of that, because it's so natural to me now of talking about it and talking about the hard stuff as well. But I have to be aware that it isn't the case. It has an impact on everybody. But basically, I choose to shout it from the rooftops that I'm in recovery. And that's just what I did when I was doing a couple of radio interviews. I was doing it as Sarah, not as kind of fellowship type thing.
Oh boy, let's keep going off.
Avi, what's it like in the South African context for you?
You mean like in the media podcast type of thing?
Yeah, well, the other day I saw you celebrated what was it, 14 years, 15 years on social media?
Yes. Yeah, so like on my Facebook page, I'm quite open with that. My family, extended family, they know I'm all in recovery. They know the work that I do. So yeah, for me, it's like I recover out loud. Yes, there's definitely like a stigma, especially in my community, but I prefer to just recover out loud. You never know who needs to see that, or see someone like me, uh, who got the help and is now helping other people. So I'm very comfortable. I'm very open about it, because I feel like it can help. It can help others. I wasn't always like this, but I think but as time went on, and especially like with the work I do, you know, like when family members or friends are like, "Oh, what work do you do?" And it's like, well, you know, I'm in the mental health and addiction field, and you know, the best experience or perspective I can give is my own, you know, because they're like, "How did you get into it?" And I'm like, well, I am in recovery myself, and I know how much it's helped me. So I, yes, initially I did feel like I don't know if I wanna speak about this, but eventually I was like, you know, on the other side of the coin, the greater good is to recover out loud. You know, I respect like the fellowships, like anonymity and all of that, but personally, I respect the traditions. Like I won't say I'll say 12 step. I won't say, you know, I'll respect the traditions, but it's no like I don't hide the fact that I'm in recovery. The main reason is because you never know who's watching or who you could help.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Yeah. Well done. Good for you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that's me.
Nice to meet you as well. We haven't
Yeah.
seen you before.
Have you not met Pavi? Okay, great. Pavi,
No.
tell them about yourself.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm from South Africa, Johannesburg. Uh, and yeah, I'm also doing the recovery coaching. My colleague actually is qualified, and you know, his style and technique of dealing with our clients. So I have two sober houses that I own with my husband, who's also in recovery.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so you know, there's a real need. So I focus more on the reintegration aspect. So people who have been in primary, but now they need like the next step, which I feel is important. You know, I think people really struggle when it's okay now, you know, when you're in a confined space and you have routine and structure and people are telling you what to do, it's easy to stay clean and sober, you know. But when there's life and family and, you know, life on life's terms, it becomes a bit more difficult to, you know, to have the recovery along with life, you know, and the feelings and the emotions and everything that goes with it. Because yeah, life doesn't stop happening. It doesn't necessarily get better or anything like that just because you're in recovery, you know. But you have to get better on how you deal with life. And so the two places that we have kind of offer that for people who need that stepping stone. So a lot of them are, you know, they're starting work or they're in between or they're studying, and we kind of just create a space where um, we offer supports. They have access to, you know, to us like basically 24/7. I mean, I do have boundaries though, but yeah, I check in with them daily. We have groups 5 days a week. We have like family sessions, you know. So, but they have also the freedom to kind of go out and experience life. So we do like the exposure to life, but we give them the option of we are here to help you. So we're also teaching them a skill of asking for help when they need it. So yeah, that's me.
You.
Well done.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Brilliant.
Great.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Pavi. Can you guys just check with Brian if he's all right with this being recorded and streamed?
Brian, are you thumbs up if you're all right being this recorded?
Right, do a dance now.
Yeah.
Dance. Do a little dance.
Do a little dance.
No, a little dance,
Come
Brian.
on.
No, you won't dance. You won't dance, David.
No, that's fine. I'd get embarrassed if he started dancing. Do you ever get that feeling when you hear someone sharing or talking about recovery and then you start to get embarrassed for them? Yeah, or it's like if somebody tells me a joke, they say, "Oh, can I tell you a joke?" I get an anxiety of like, "Oh fuck, I'm going to have to laugh," and I don't think it's going to be funny. No, but it's okay. So let's keep.
Dave, I think Brian wants to say something there.
Oh, okay, lovely.
Yeah.
Brian, you might have to come up to the mic. Can you hear him now?
No.
Will we get the technical man?
Do sign
Relay
language.
the message.
I can hear
I
you.
can hear you.
Yeah. You
We've
can
got
hear
how many
us.
letters? We're playing charades.
Movie.
He can hear us.
One word.
Sam, I got that feeling coming up like when we first started these containers, like, oh fuck, it's going all over the place. Fucking okay.
He's got a mattress t-shirt. Come on.
All right, so let's bring it back to this. Okay. And I didn't know we were going to talk about this today, but today I'm wearing a t-shirt from Sankalpa. Yeah. And this has been sponsored by Dialer Mattress. Yeah. And I want us to start thinking about the relationships that we as organizations start to create with sponsors or other organizations, that political intelligence. Yeah. So working now with Brian, who's in being contained at the moment, there'll be a relationship between Sankalpa and the prison service. Yeah. And that needs to be a good relationship for everyone. For Dialer Mattress, I imagine Dialer Mattress, it's good for their organization to be supporting a community initiative like Sankalpa. Yeah. And what I wanted us to start to think about is sponsors, how sponsors can come and sponsor something, but they have their own agenda.
Yeah.
So just to give you an example, working in Zambia, yeah, one of the challenges there is you have funders in the West that want to kind of give money and support, and they're from the LGBTQ I community, and the law in Zambia is very homophobic still, and then there's a tension between the the person that's got the money and the person that needs the money. So this can get very complex and very political.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of that in Ireland at the minute, yeah.
Yeah, just to kind of be aware of these sort of things. So when you guys go on the radio, like Tommy, your words were, "Yeah, I was known in the community as Tommy the Tug" or something. I think that's kind of what you said. So you've got a persona, yep, and I'm presuming your persona carries some sort of influence, yep, to a certain community. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we're kind of aware of this. Pavi, you're a brown skinned Hindu woman from South Africa. Yeah. That's in recovery. The Hindu community will have an opinion about this stuff. Yeah. And we need to be aware of it. And when we bring these difficult conversations into containers, how can we have the robustness of the container to keep people safe, to have the difficult conversations, and to learn and grow from it? Does that make sense to everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So David, it's like different communities use different languages. That.
So the one thing I love about addiction recovery is the pain that the families feel is the same wherever you are in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. The pain of an Indian mother whose son is using and the embarrassment is exactly the same as a Greek mother whose son is using. Yeah. And or a Jewish mother. just to kind of focus on mothers in general. And then sometimes in treatment we'll be in group with someone, and then the guy will say, "Oh, you don't understand. My mother's Greek." Yeah. And then the other guy, "Oh no, you don't understand. I got an Indian mother." And the other one said, "No, you don't understand. I got a Jewish mother." Basically, you've got very anxious mothers that are being impacted by the fear of losing their baby to addiction. Does that make sense? And once you bring that out there, people can bond and connect over the common pain.
Yeah. Just when you said that, David, about sponsorship and stuff like that, and that people have agendas, I see a lot of that at the minute. I love watching like YouTubers and stuff like that. But I see like in say, I'm not going to mention what protest is going on, but like when it's the left side of politics against the people that are kind of leaning right, and you have these people on the left that are being sponsored by like NGO, it's called, like non-government organizations. So it's crazy that you said that, and like someone else had pointed it out on YouTube. The signs, they come with like signs. All the signs are prepared. The signs are carried in these little cards. But it's just like when you're looking at it and you put all the information together, you can actually see the narrative that people are actually trying to, you know, you can actually see the narrative coming together that they're actually, it's actually organized, you know, on both sides, I mean. You know, so I think people have to be, we have to be kind of careful and skeptical of people's motives, you know, in general speaking.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tinderbox at the moment, huh? You can feel the tension kind of.
Well, I think Dave also, Owen and St. Caleb, I think there's a thing around who you align yourself with as an organisation, because but in Ireland, I don't know what it's like in the UK or in South Africa, but there's tax breaks for these companies and these organisations to help out with charitable organisations.
It's really
so it's a two-way street. They're getting aligned with an organisation that's trying to do good for the community and whatever it is. Plus, they're getting advertisements that they're doing something good. So, as much as it might be positive manipulation on both sides, you know, they're getting something, we're getting something. It's all for the common good. So, to be honest with you, but it's very, you still have to be very careful.
Very careful. So it becomes a leadership and an ethical thing to consider. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it makes business sense to have Dial-A-Bed on the St. Calpert t-shirt because we're broadcasting and I've got fucking 7 subscribers. So the guy's getting some real exposure here. But me personally, but there's an ethical leadership consideration that I have to take sometimes. And my thing is I will work with anybody that wants to help people get into recovery. Anyone who wants to help the junkie, and I feel okay saying that word, but nobody can call me that, but my fellows can, and I will help. Now in South Africa, there's 11 different languages and there's historical racial tension and there are a lot of different political parties and everyone's impacted by addiction, and trauma. Yeah. And I've had to work with some people that outside of this political space has caused tension. Yeah. So for example, Pavi working with Jacob Zuma and the National Prosecuting Authority under the Zuma era, being willing to go and partner with them and say, listen, how can we bring recovery into the justice system and the criminal? A lot of people gave me a lot of flack because I was working with this, with wanting to partner with government, and it became a quite a lonely personal thing that I had to wrestle with as an individual. and these are sort of things that we need to consider and make sure that we get outside supervision as well to help us with that stuff. Yeah.
Personally, I think I wouldn't, unless the people was really, really bad or had really, really bad intentions, I wouldn't kind of rule anyone out. I found it strange in Ireland recently. A well-known treatment centre in Ireland, I see that they've been donated vans from a pharmaceutical company, which I thought was mind-blowing. I thought it was actually crazy.
Yeah, well, that's another thing in the South African context is they take a very moral Christian view to alcohol treatment and addiction treatment. Yeah. And because of that, they won't take money from the liquor industry to help with the harms that the liquor industry is causing.
I know we got offered money from the family that started the opium epidemic in America.
The sex.
I think so. And yeah, we turned that down. So that was a bit too political. Yeah, it's funny how you're struggling to find people to try and get some money together, and then got other people who are trying to buy back the public, seek you out. But yeah, I know Mark and Claire did. I think the offer was quite a bit, and Mark and Claire turned that down.
Good for them. Give them my number, please.
Yeah, yeah.
We take a sponsor as well, Alvin.
It's wonderful. So these are great things for us to start to consider as we work in our organizations. Or I think they're things that we should consider. And the way the fellowship has survived this stuff is by having the traditions and just kind of saying, we don't have an opinion, yeah, and they've got the traditions.
Yeah.
But you know what, David, that's great, but like when we're in the likes of the service we're here in St. Calvin, it costs money to help people, to bring them into different services. They need to be set up with psychotherapy or all that, things like that. If you haven't got that on site, or people are doing a voluntary, it costs money. So, like what Stephen was saying, you have to be very mindful of where them donations are coming from. But there's so many places now that you can find the history of the people that are donating, to find what their values are and what their narrative is behind that. That's what the internet is great for. Because I wouldn't know a lot about historical stuff from businesses over here, but you can find out easily enough. And then to align yourself.
Have you guys seen Ozark?
No.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So Ozark's a great thing to watch and have an ethical discussion about. Because it's got it all in there. It's got money laundering through gambling. It's got them growing opium and making heroin, and from the profits of that, building a little treatment center for the opiate addicts from that. It's a lovely. There's all sorts of business laundering going on. Yeah.
Few ideas.
It's actually a very. It's actually
we've really gone into the finer details, hasn't it? And really shows you how to get rid of the money and how to do it all.
Sorry, you were saying up in St. Calpa?
I said you'd be surprised how much of that actually goes on,
Really? Gee, I never knew that.
Don't start.
So let's just take a second to have a look at the US. Let's look at Ireland. Let's look at the UK, and let's look at the Netherlands. Yep, in terms of treatment, yeah, and opiate treatment. So if you look at the US, they have got by far the most opiate deaths.
On the planet.
Yeah. If you compare it per 100,000 people, the US are by far the most. Yeah. If you bring it to the UK, there's a lot more of a harm reduction approach to it and a health approach. So, like in the States, they've got, well, you need to go to drug courts, 12-step stuff. That's the in the UK, it's more in the harm reduction biopsychosocial model. Yep, it's better. And then if you look at the Netherlands, they really have the lowest deaths. Yeah, and the structure, there's legislation in the treatment industry, there's insured health insurance for everyone, and it's a much more contained system for everyone, which is kind of counterintuitive. Yeah. Because for me, the messaging I'm always getting is like the States has the answer, but actually, you need to look more to the European model.
Well, the best I'd seen was in Portugal. So, but that so they decriminalised drugs.
Yeah.
But it's not like that straightforward. So, like the people I was speaking when I was over there saying, like, so if they catch a drug dealer, he'll get a good kicking straight off. But then anyone who's done, if you caught with drugs, you like they're not. It's not like, oh, that's okay. You still get thrown in the police car, and you end up you get forced to go. They get pushed into the 12-step meetings over there. That's so it's yeah, it's a bit. I've not. They've done. It seems to have done a good job, like because the streets are completely spotless and.
What's the country where the
Portugal.
no,
Free heroin.
But it's
everyone's like zombies?
Oh, that's in
So,
America.
Is it Canada?
Yeah, it can get very political. And we need to be aware. So in the 4Q model, as we start to build political relationships and you start to go out there and expand your organization, just to be aware of this sort of stuff. Yeah.
It's Portugal. It's Portugal. It was in the Portugal that was giving them the free heroin. Was that Portugal that was doing that, or was it a different country?
Yep. So lots of countries have given out free heroin. If you want to put it under that, I think it's called diamorphine, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm really sure I've seen a documentary on it in Sweden, but somewhere else in Europe does it too. I don't know whether it's Norway.
But they've had loads of drug deaths from the clinical stuff that has been given out. And Canada's the death rate in Canada was really high.
Yeah. Canada is just like zombie land. They legalized everything, thinking it'd stop people from using, but it did the polar opposite.
Yeah.
It's just like zombie land now, and you can't control it. And he said it himself in an interview. I actually thought this was going to go a different direction, but until I tried it, we didn't know. But now he has the whole fucking place.
So I think they were actually giving them meth and everything.
They were giving them everything.
Yeah.
To see what people stop using this, that, the other. But it kind of did a 360 on them and kicked them in the arse. And now they're trying to get grips back on the city and the capital to get back together. You know, it's crazy, very bad. You know. Jesus.
So let's take a breath and bring it back to your respective organizations.
Yeah.
And let's start to wrap this up. Sankalpa, you go off and have your little chat, and Kennedy Street and Pavi, you stay in this room. Yep. And hold a container amongst yourselves and just explore this. Do you want me to carry on the recording, or shall I stop the recording? Kennedy Street and Pavey?
I'm not bothered either way.
Yeah, same.
Yeah?
I'm happy for you to carry on recording.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Good. All right. Maybe we'll attract an 8 subscriber number 8.
Why don't we all log in? We can all add put the numbers up.
Cool. All right. So let's start the checkout. Let's start. Brian, are you still there?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Maybe we'll attract an 8 subscriber number 8. Now, what are you doing now? I'm hearing myself. All right, Tommy, start the checkout from Sankalpa's side.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm a bit dizzy listening about all the sponsors and fucking free drugs in Portugal and now tomorrow. Just a little, the old ADHD got lost somewhere halfway, but I was back and forth. But I'm in great form. I have to go and do a few of the assignments now, and I'm dreading it because I've no glasses, I can't see the screen, and such is life. But you know what? We'll get it done before we leave. Exactly. It'll happen. Yeah, so I'm checking out good.
Right.
Well, tight fed.
Yeah.
When I second what Tommy said, I started zoning out I started zoning out myself. The ADHD got the better of me. But I'm in a good headspace. I'm feeling positive. Coming into the weekend, another class done, and yeah, I'll leave it there. I will tag Michael.
Yeah, I'm checking out okay today. Feeling positive on the future, and I'll tag it on.
Yeah, I'm checking out good. Like what the guys are saying there, you go down a rabbit hole with what we are talking about there. And I'm not in a management position or up there where they need to deal with that at the moment. But we understand that you need to educate yourself around it. But yeah, it's like to be a mindful when you go down that hole, you know. But I'm checking out good. It's been a good morning, and tag Michael.
Checking out good today. Yeah, feeling very good. Yeah, it was a good class. Like the lad said, you could have went any different direction there with that conversation. Free drugs and all. Fucking. I'll tag Craig. I'm checking out good.
Yeah, Craig Sankalpa checking out good. Like Tommy said, I was kind of zoning in and out a little bit too, but I thought it was interesting when I was zoned back in. So I'm going to take Steve.
Yeah, Stephen Sankalpa. Yeah, could go on for hours about different things. You know, I like to watch a lot of stuff to I like to watch things because I learn better when I'm watching things, you know, on TV about different problems in different countries. And, you know, I find education is power, you know. Knowledge is power, you know. But, yeah, feeling really good now. I'm starting to, fucking wandering as well in my mind, you know. But I'm thinking of 40 things at the one time, you know. But I'm feeling good. I'm looking outside and it's sunny outside, so feeling positive. And I'm happy to be part of this group. That's me.
Is that everyone at Sankalpa?
Yeah.
But can the house Brian checking out?
Sign language and tours. Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Great stuff. All right, Sankalpa, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Lots of love, guys.
God bless you.
Javi, I've made you the host. Yep. Yeah, enjoy it, everyone. I check out. Very grateful for this. How many more classes have you got, Kennedy Street? Is it 3?
Can you hear him?
I can't hear you, no.
I think it's either 3 or 4.
It's 3, isn't it, Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Daniel and Sam joined around class number 6, so they'll have to stick around a bit longer and suffer. all the Sankalpa guys have gone through all the online material and sent through their certificates. Have you guys done that? Have you all completed the online stuff? I think you have.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've completed it, but I haven't done sort of, got the certificate yet. I think it says like I'm 96% complete or something. So it's just the sort of checking out stuff that I need to
Great. So do that. You get your certificate. Make sure that management know about it, Claire and the crew. Send that through to us, and then you're almost there, huh?
Cool.
Well done. Yeah. Sorry, Pavi, I've made you the host. Can you kick Sankalpa 2 out? I can't do it anymore.
Okay. Let me just.
You just click on their little blue square.
Okay.
Just go remove and then untick where it says report to Zoom.
Just say remove, eh?
Yeah,
Okay.
there we go. Great. All right, everyone. I will see you all next week. Have fun.
Take care.
Straight away, the energy changes. I can feel my energy go, oh, geez, my nervous system goes like that. All right, everyone. Lots of love. Bye.
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 Thanks, Pavi.
Okay, should we go for coffee?
Yeah, let's have a
What we
break,
meant?
shall we?
What are we up to now?
I think we're just gonna
5 minutes.
container
Yeah.
and just carry on discussing.
Discussing, whatever.
Yeah, but should we have a break?
Yeah.
Please.
All right, I'll see you in a bit.
5. Whoa. Yeah. Do. How are you doing?
Hello, how are you?
Oh, miserable.
Oh, just coldy,
Yeah.
miserable.
Man cold.
Oh, you
Right,
looking after yourself.
put my heating on.
I know. I did last night. It's bloody cold.
Yeah.
Well, I remember, Daniel, are you okay for tomorrow?
Yeah.
I won't be in at all.
uh,
Hello.
Bouncing tomorrow.
Hi.
Oh no!
Got my cold.
Everyone's sneezing and colding.
Yeah. How you doing, Pavi?
Yeah, it's also quite cold here.
Ah.
Yeah, cold and rainy.
What's cold?
Mm.
25 degrees.
Yeah. No, it's manageable. Yeah, very manageable. Mm.
What are we doing that way now? Does anyone
Full of
know what's going on?
enthusiasm by the looks of it, is what we are.
Does anyone know what's going on?
No.
No.
Okay, so are we? So David's just let us kind of hold the container for the next hour, I imagine. That's what's going on.
Yes.
So I guess it's down to us then to, set the agenda. Where do we want to use what, time is precious. So, what should we discuss in this hour, I guess?
I've got a question I'd like to ask Pavi about sober housing, because that is just really interesting, something I'm very interested in. How does it work? Is it kind of, what's the guidelines, the rules for if they relapsed, or kind of how do you manage and kind of monitor it all? And how many people do you have in a house?
So, okay. First, we have 28 in both houses.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, and that's actually we're trying to keep like the numbers small compared to other facilities. It can be up to like 25 in a per like facility. So like 28 between two houses, it's quite spacious. So they have enough space to just, they're not in each other's faces, but there's community areas where they can meet and all of that. So if they relapse, so we do it case by case, according to the individual. But the general rule is okay, if you've relapsed, you're suspended for 3 days, and you can only come back on a clean test. So if they continue using, they cannot return. They have to be clean. So they'll either go back to their family house, or they go to another facility if that's safe. Some other halfway houses, we work with them. So if they, for 3 days, they can stay at a safe place, if they suspended, and then like expulsion is obviously like, relationships in the house and that type of thing. But we're very like, we're very lenient. It's only like, I mean, like recently, shock, we had a client who relapsed and got violent um, with one of the counselors, and I mean that was like a no. That was the expulsion. There's no coming back from that. We don't tolerate violence and that type of thing. But usually we quite we're quite lenient. You know, we want to give people a chance, and you know, if they're willing and they show they show the willingness, attending groups, attending meetings, sitting down with counselors, if there's a willingness. So sometimes we'll do a suspension, then when they come back, it will be like, okay, you're like on a 5-day or one week lockdown, where you just go to meetings and come back. Or if you leave the house, it's with people, just for the first initially, and and then they have to get back into some sort of program. So we give them, like, it can either be the 12 step, or some people have had like negative experiences with the 12 step. So we take the approach of, we don't want to force anything down your throat. We're going to give you the choice, but you have to be working a recovery program of your choice. Whether that's attending group, whether that's 12 step, whether that's, whatever. But you have to actively be working a recovery program of your choice. So that, what I noticed is when we don't force anything, like, it's interesting. I guess because addicts and alcoholics don't like to be told what to do. So, so when we give them the choice, they're actually more willing to do it. That's what we've noticed. So yeah.
How long are they able to stay with you for?
So I mean, like, because it's like it's secondary. I mean, we don't want them to be institutionalized. We want them to learn how to live, life on life's terms, without the use of drugs, without and not becoming also like learning how to use, either whether it's a 12-step program, whatever tools that they have within their reach. We want them to start relying on that and reintegrate back into society. So a lot of places, and I don't agree with it, like, ethically, I don't think a person should stay. We want them to leave. So I mean, we would say minimum like 3 months, and then maximum, uh after a year, we're like, okay, you have to leave. We don't keep people after a year, and sometimes they want to stay, but it's like, no, we don't want to institutionalize. You have to learn how to live without. This is just a stepping stone. Some places, they keep them long, like 2 years. We had a client that was coming from a place, he was there like 2-3 years, and yeah, he was institutionalized. He couldn't like stay on his own. I mean, I know, again, it's like some people do need, like, if they have co-occurring disorders or mental health, where they need, their meds to be monitored, or like that type of thing, then there is like assisted living. But our rules are, after a year you need to leave. But during that period, it's like, we want you to start standing on your own 2 feet. So yeah, minimum 3 months, and then maximum a year.
Mm. Thank you. That's all I wanted to ask.
Okay. So you're welcome.
Yeah, well, that's at our place. We've got Sarah and Sam. They've been institutionalized.
Yeah, there's probably something to say about, yes.
Danny are hoping out to be institutional. We want to be part of the institution.
Yeah, and how is it on your end of the world? What is some of your rules and standards and stuff?
Well, we're not a facility. We're a little cafe, basically. We've got a cafe area, and then we've got like kind of like a conference area. So we hold little meetings there. But we're public facing. and then people come in off the street, or they get pointed in our direction, and we just sit and have recovery conversations with them, and then we try and signpost everyone to where they need to be. Like try and either get them into services if they need to go into rehab, or mostly because we've done it through 12-step meetings, gone through smart recovery and things like that, and just try and guide people towards going to meetings and keep coming back to where we are, and like they can come in every day and just get something to eat and have tea and coffee, and we do some meetings in house.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't
do they-
offer medical intervention. We're not therapists. We're a lived experience organization, where it's a safe, sober place. And and what we found to be most successful is when people just keep hanging around with us. So we're not, instead of meetings, we're kind of as well as, and it helps with kind of structure and routine and just somewhere safe to go, somewhere safe to be, and get involved. Start making cups of tea, hopefully start volunteering and being part of the hub. So it's like an immersive experience of rehab in the community, but we're not a clinical, medical intervention type place.
Okay.
Like a big kitchen. Everyone comes out.
Yeah, we're just having a new kitchen fitted, so it's going to be manic there. You starting to organise that today, Sam? Danny?
Oh,
are we?
I don't know. Are we? Are you?
Sort out the art equipment. I need to have a look through that.
Oh, okay.
But we're officially closing tomorrow, aren't we?
We are, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
If anyone comes in today, though, head them. We are open tomorrow morning. Daniel wants a big, huge group to be in charge of.
Yes. So we do recovery talks on a Friday morning. And we get people in from all the different fellowships. So it's we get AA, NA, GA. We've not had anyone from OA, have we?
Not for a little while. We have done previously.
A lot of A's. Yeah. And Alan. I think I really like the Alan talks. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we ever had anyone from DA?
Is that Debt Anonymous?
Debtors Anonymous.
No, we haven't.
No, we're looking to get someone from Under Earners Anonymous.
I'm going to put that down. Do you know it? Yes, I'll have to find some contacts.
I might know someone.
Brilliant.
I'm going to start No Way soon.
A what?
No Way. For people who don't want to go to any more meetings.
They just want to miraculously get well without doing anything.
We can go and talk about it.
Yeah.
How's your week been, Sam?
How's my week been?
Yeah.
My week has been first started off lots of like nervous excitement, energy, lots of fear, and then feeling, university was great, so feeling really like a high off of that, and then naturally what comes up has to come down. So today I'm feeling a little bit more like, a little bit of a dip, coming back down to earth. So yeah, as usual, very up and down.
How are you? Because obviously now it's almost like you've gone from, you've built up to now kind of working full time or being, and how are you feeling about that? Because I know that I did mine gradually, but it came with anxiety that I was going to do that after having. So, Pavi, for the first year of my recovery, I was a teacher, gave up what I had to leave. And then once I got into recovery, I had about a year of just focusing on recovery for working. And now I haven't gone back to teaching, but I piano teach. I work for a property investments company. It's a family company. And I work at the hub. And I I started volunteering first. So I've kind of built up to working more. So I'm just wondering how you're feeling about it, Sam.
Yeah, it's really strange because so I started, so I was about 9 months in recovery when I started working 1 day a week at the hub, and that was April last year. So so it's been baby steps, right? 1 day a week, and that was overwhelming, to have a job for 1 day a week. I obviously worked like 37 and a half hours in the past, and I felt like 1 day a week was, all I could handle back then. And then 6 months went by, and I then became the volunteer coordinator. So that was day two, and that was in September last year. And that again was like a massive change for me. And it feels like it's happening every 6 months at the moment, without me really pushing for it. It's kind of like this is where I trust my higher power. It's a real slow, gradual process, because then another 6 months went by, and in April this year, I then got the third day working week, the third day in my week, and then 6 months later, I'm now my fourth day is university. So who knows what's going to happen in 6 months' time? I might go to 5 days. I don't know, but obviously that fifth day is for like my placement and for like my personal therapy and for so yeah, we'll see. It's a big change, isn't it? This is my first week where I'll be, kind of busy for 4 days. So by the end of tomorrow, I might be totally shattered. I'll be like, I need my weekend. But I'm really grateful that I've been able to do that. I've been able to, thanks to benefits and just, family and that. I haven't had to go straight back into work.
You've been in work.
Put in.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's good. I'm saying, yeah. But it's
I'm really grateful for for how lucky I am, really, that I've been able to, have that time off, and still have like 3 days off, Monday, Saturday, Sunday, Mondays, whereas some people, have to work, don't they? So yeah, no, it feels right. It feels like it's all happening in the time, in like God's time, really, without me trying to push my will, and get things happen. I've had to practice a lot of patience.
What about you, Daniel and Danny? What your kind of thoughts, or do are I'm not trying to be nosy. I'm just interested of how we kind of, because it's such a dramatic change of getting into recovery. It has been for me of building up work again. I just wondered how other people feel about it.
Yeah, I think I mean, most of you know that I was someone that really sort of struggled to retain my sobriety. I've been in and out of recovery for many years, and miraculously, it seems to be sticking this time. I'll be 16 months sober tomorrow, which is. But I was encouraged by many people, including my sponsor, to take a year to focus on my recovery. And funnily enough, what we were talking about earlier on this, well, Sarah and Pavi were talking about earlier about, being open about your recovery. That's sort of something that I hadn't really been very good at in the past. A lot of my drinking and using was quite secretive, and in some ways, I suppose, recovery was as well. I wasn't really very open about it. I was taking the anonymous word quite seriously, and maybe I was embarrassed, about having, to seek recovery, and that's something that I've done differently this time, is to kind of out myself as an alcoholic, and I'm very open about it, broadly, and in some ways that builds up more recovery capital in a lot of ways, because you're everyone knows, that knows
Yeah.
me. I'm an alcoholic and I can't have a drink, and that and I found that really helpful. But yeah, so I suppose that since I turned a year sober, I've been pondering what I should do with with my life, and it's a little bit tricky for me because I'm 55 this year, and it's I don't know, it's my age as well makes me sort of I guess and having not wanting perhaps like yourself, Sarah, to go back into the career that I was in before, I sort of I'm a little bit lost, So what's been great is that the hub of
I
really,
think I managed to because I was, yeah.
yeah. What did you say?
I was going to say because I was 46 when I got into recovery. I'm 53 now, so kind of similar ages. And it's quite strange because now at this stage, I thought I would be at the school I was till I retired. And it's quite interesting because now a lot of my friends I've got a few friends who are head teachers or high up in management within teaching, and they're all talking about retiring and why starting to think about winding down, whereas I feel I'm just bloody starting.
Yeah.
And so it's really strange amongst my friends I've known for years, not just all teachers, but they're like, oh well, it won't be that long. And whereas I feel, right, I'm just getting going again now, I'm just starting again, because I didn't expect the opportunities that have arisen to ever have been presented.
Yeah, no, that's it. And I think, I sort of feel, that I'm needing to sort of start again to a degree. And I'm trying not to put myself under too much pressure. And which is why it's really good that these opportunities have come up here at the hub, to train as a recovery coach. And also I'm getting supported around, putting on an art exhibition, running the art group, things like that. So I think something is sort of growing for me out of the recovery community and the support I've had here, which I'm just sort of going with. It's not something that I planned, but I definitely need something that I'm passionate about and something to do with my life. And so perhaps this is the right area for me, around sort of creative recovery and helping and supporting others. So yeah, so I'm really grateful for that.
I think it's great though because you've got such a high skill set as well, in creativity, and your creativity. So it's great to be able to kind of start thinking, combining the two, which is something you perhaps wouldn't have ever thought was going to be the case.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've got the opportunity to curate a sober art exhibition this November, and we've had some really fantastic artists, submit work. So I'm really hoping that that will be almost like a little pilot for maybe something that I can do moving forward. If I set up a not-for-profit organization which supports, artists in recovery, then perhaps that's something that I can do on a more regular basis, is have maybe a couple of exhibitions a year or something like that, and build a sober art collective, which feels like it's a really good bridge between what my skill set was and where I am now.
And it's just things like the open houses, isn't it, as well? And that's amazing. There's so much where we live, Pavy in Brighton. It's a really creative city, and twice a year there's like artists put together open houses and things. So there's lots of opportunities. There's lots of amazing arty people in Brighton.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a very creative community, isn't it? So, and I think creativity and recovery can be a really valuable tool. So yeah, that's something that I'm really keen to explore more. And what have you got there?
That was from the open house.
That's amazing. I love that.
Oh, that's really cool. What about you, Daniel?
I don't know about. I think I'm blessed to be made by God, and I look at everything as work and as job, all my volunteering and everything, and I think uh, I work like 6 days a week in my mind. Yesterday, Wednesday, now I'm back into like my normal routine. So we've got training on a Wednesday, then I've got Safe Haven, then I've got Alpha in the evening, I've got two full days at the hub. Got this on a Thursday. I've got more Safe Haven on Saturday. And I've got meetings in between, and that I'm involved in all them. So yeah, I haven't got 3 days off. I couldn't cope with it. I couldn't cope with having 3 days off anymore. And I'm happy just being a cog, just being a cog in the machine. That it suits me because it's still like when my head is still not. I can't do. I really struggle to do things when it's just me on my own trying to like still get all the ideas, but actually I can't sit down for an hour and focus on that. It just my head hurts over all stuff like that now. So I'm happy just getting up and doing where I'm supposed to be and just plodding along and seeing how things go. And it's I'm lucky enough to have plenty of places that let me be in there. So yeah.
Yeah.
And on that bombshell.
Is that something, Pavi, you have to, or you tend to support, the residents in your houses? Is, a pathway back into work or employment or self-employment? Is that something that you get involved with?
We can assist. We can assist, right? But we do encourage, if they need help, like doing their resumes or getting to places, like some people don't even have like a driver's license, or like really basic stuff, and so we try and help as far as we can, just like I said, it's very individual. Some people already have really good jobs. Some people need legal advice, so my husband, uh he's actually a qualified lawyer, right? But this has also been a passion. It's a dream of ours. So he helps the clients. Like currently, we have a client who, she's been in recovery for like 2 years now, and her kids were like taken away, and so she doesn't have visitation. So we're helping her with that process, like getting visitation for her kids back, so in like, so we try and help them with like the legal aspect, but like I said, it's so individual with each person. But we just try and meet them where they're at, and try and assist them as best we can, but there's nothing like officially, but I think officially we do offer like the legal advice, a safe environment, groups, so we've also created that kind of like that safe space for them. But again, it's really up to them, to kind of see what is the next step in their journey, in their recovery. But yeah, I mean, this lady, she's like, I really want to see my kids again. What do you think? And so we're helping her with that. Another guy is like, okay, I really want to start a job. So we're like, okay, have you tried, like Uber, just to get some money in the meantime? So we helped him there. And so yeah, each person, it's very individualized. It's very individualized treatment plan. Yeah, just try and assist where we can.
Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah, thank you. And a place is called Design for Living, by the way. It's yeah, we took it from the big book of AA.
That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, Design for Living is actually the 12 steps. Not that we don't, obviously we don't associate, but we're like, okay, we called it Design for Living.
And how's it funded and things, or is it, do the fund themselves to come and stay with you, or how's it organized?
Um, so so a lot of our clients, it's not so what we're in the process of getting our zoning so that we can start accepting medical aid. But right now we're still in the process, we have to get like the fire, all of that kind of stuff. So right now it's like we just take cash, and um, it's funded by, I mean, the parents. The parents are paying for them, but eventually we want to move away and get the medical aids involved. That's what we're in the process of doing right now. But yeah, the parents, family, they just want, a lot of them just want a safe place for the kids. I mean, some of the kids are adults, are adults though, but yeah, we just try and offer that safe space. So right now, it's. I mean, we do also, like, I mean, if a family cannot afford to pay the full price, we do, give them like a very discounted, because we also want to just help people. It's not only about.
What ages do you have?
Sure, we got from, I think our youngest, he's actually in school. He is in high school. So he's 19 and he goes to school. Like he's in the last, I don't know, grade 12. I don't know what do you all think, grade 12. So he goes to that's our youngest. He's 19. Um yeah, and then it varies. Then we have like 22, 26, 30, like 35, 40. Our eldest is probably like 47. So from 19 to like 47.
Yeah.
And actually we have an older gentleman who's like 53. So it's a mixed bag, but a lot of them are like in their 20s, 20s to 35, you could say. The majority.
Did you say that you've got two houses and they're like a male house and a female house?
No, it's mixed. It's just in different areas. Um, so the one house is more like for people who, like, for professionals. So there's a lot of, like, who are already working and have stable jobs, and yeah, the professionals. We have lawyers, bankers, doctors. So, and so that's more like the professional. The one house is more for that. And then the other one is more like the students and um, the ones kind of just getting on their feet type of situation. So yeah, we've made it yeah, suitable for both in that way.
When you say house, like if you say house over here,
Hey?
if you say house over here, like our big houses, if you get a really big house in England, it's 5 bedrooms. And
Okay.
that'd be a really big house. And
Mm.
so you're talking about you've got props. They in the middle of nowhere, or you right? Have you got neighbours? Or
Yeah.
there's a
No,
big, there's a big detached house. You've got a bit more space there.
yes. So we actually bought, so the house that we have was actually like a bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
So there's quite a few individual like rooms and stuff, and it's in a suburb. And we've been getting some issues with the suburb, the stigma, like you said. They like, because it's actually in a very affluent community. It's in a
Yeah.
very wealthy community. So people who don't understand, they kind of like we've been fighting with them with the zoning because they're like, no, you're bringing drugs in, you're bringing drug addicts into our neighborhood, and there's been like it's been difficult. But we kind of um fighting it and dealing with it, this because it's unfair. You're making assumptions.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're fighting that at the moment. And the other one, it's still that one is still okay. But yeah, it's in a suburb. Both are in suburbs.
Yeah.
With neighbors.
Mm.
Yeah.
Tough, this, isn't it?
Okay, it's. I think it's been quite interesting. I've just
Give me
had an
it's
opportunity
give
to
me
ask
appreciate
questions to each
David.
other that we wouldn't usually ask.
Yeah, makes you appreciate David a bit more, doesn't it?
Quietest I've heard you, Daniel.
Yeah.
He's not well, bless him.
I know. Oh,
Are you taking it easy the rest of the day, Daniel?
I don't know, I'm just. I'm in Kirkgate at the moment. I made a massive cardinal sin of posting in two WhatsApp groups uh, to pray for Charlie Kirk after he got shot, and I had to speak to two priests yesterday because even in the Christian world, uh, asking for prayers for someone who's a Christian who's just been shot is really insensitive. So I don't know. I find the whole thing quite disturbing. So I don't know. I'm just processing that. But it was like it's been amazing. It was an insanely crazy thing. Like it's madness.
Social media and WhatsApp groups can be very difficult to navigate at times.
I know. I'm just like I understand. After I didn't think it didn't even occur to me at the time, and then when Claire asked me to take it out of uh, Kennedy Street, I could appreciate that. I was just really shocked in in the St. Peter's group I was in when I had someone after then he died and I just posted I said well he's died now after someone said well no I can't pray for him but I'll ask Jesus to have a word with him and then I said after he died this person said well I hope you don't relapse over it and I was but it was just yeah, I don't know. It's just insane to me. Was if someone gets shot and you can't even ask for prayers for someone, it's just that's really really the world is it's dark at the moment. It's like what they've said. It is it's so polarized. Uh, and it's just I think I just don't I can't I can't see it getting any better at the moment. I don't. I've been trying to just focus on this and stuff like that, but it's just because it's everything's entrenched with each other, and it doesn't matter where you are. You know, like I think, oh, well, I'm not going to get it at the church, and I get plenty of it at the church. It's just like this, it's even more explosive over there at the moment. Uh, and yeah, it's dark, isn't it? But we will prevail. We'll carry on. So.
We were having a discussion yesterday No, I think you probably discussed it. I think Sam was saying he discussed it at the volunteer meeting as well about social media and what we say and and what am I trying to say here? Yeah, that it can be it feels like a little bit of a minefield.
Yeah, that's why I stay off it completely, and it's like,
Yeah,
and
remembering what, as I said, when we were at the hub and Kennedy Street, we're there for the recovery, but it's when it's goes into your personal views and your personal life and what you post in different posts, it can be a tangled web that we weave.
yeah, like I won't do any promotional stuff now, because I just started feeling like, even that was making me when people come up and talk to me about uh just seeing us in our social posts, and it's great, but yeah, it stresses me out. I just don't like that inward looking thing.
I think that's fair enough.
And yeah, I'm blessed that my dog died before everyone started getting cancelled, because I would have been cancelled so hard, because I only ever used to post just pictures of me and my dog. Be like, oh, just there was always pictures of the dog, and then and then I stopped posting after he died, so I managed to stay out of it. Yeah.
I think my 21-year-old's got the best idea, and she just doesn't go anywhere near social media.
Oh, it's so much healthier.
Yeah, it's made a big difference to her.
Yeah. I do like to nose in on Twitter though, from a distance. Yeah. Don't let anyone know I'm watching.
It's always there.
Well, shall we start the checkout, do you reckon?
I'm happy to. I've got a full-on day, and I'm staying in a shed, a houseboat for the weekend. Going tomorrow. Well, it's more like a shed. I think we're staying on with a couple of girlfriends. So I'm trying. Hey,
a shed boat.
A shed boat, but it's supposed to be a houseboat. But I think it's just a shed with it'll be interesting. But a couple of my girlfriends, so I've got to catch up, finish all my work today and teaching and blah, 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 and sorting out 17-year-olds and things so that I can escape to a shed tomorrow. So I'm happy to start checking out.
All right, then. Do you want to start us off, Sarah?
Okay, so I'm checking out. I wasn't sure where this hour was going to go, all these 50 minutes, but I've actually enjoyed just having the opportunity to kind of find out more from Pavi about sober housing, and to perhaps just ask you some questions as well, just some general things. So I'm checking out, I was feeling really anxious and a bit kind of strung up for no reason really when I started this morning. So I'm just feeling, just ready to go on with the day. So checking out, I'm just fine. So Danny, over to you.
Yeah, I'm checking out good. It's been it's been an unusual session this morning, but I have enjoyed it. I've got quite a lot to do at the moment with the art exhibition, and I'm facilitating afternoon today. So I'm ready for the rest of the day. So thanks. Over to Sam.
Thanks, Danny. Yeah, checking out, feeling a lot more grounded. It's funny because I was reading some of the recovery coach manual a couple of days ago, and the section was about silence and getting comfortable with silence. And so I really found that today's session I was really able to kind of just be with the silence and be okay with it, and not clam up and be awkward like I usually do, or try and fill it with unnecessary noise, and just allow the conversation to naturally go where it's meant to go. So that was really interesting to kind of watch and be witness to that. So that's definitely my learning from today's session. And I will tag Pavi.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm checking out connected and grounded. I also have a full day. I have like 5 million clients that I need to see. But no, it's I feel determined. I was a bit obsessive earlier before the group and a bit all over the place. But yeah, feeling a lot more connected. So yeah, thank you. I tag Daniel.
I'm just I was just nosing at the live stream. I was looking back into the past. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit better for just having a little chat and stuff, and I still feel a bit rough. Just how did you talk over your sister, Danny? Out of curiosity.
What's that?
How did the talk go with your sister?
Oh yeah, I saw my my mum and sister for the first time in 2 years last Friday, and it was great. It was calm and peaceful and reconciliatory and no dramas. And I've been texting with my sister pretty much every day since then. And I saw my mum, which was a bit bittersweet because she's got dementia now, and she's not she got some memory issues, but she did remember who I was. We had some lovely chats, but she said some quite wonky and funny things as well. But yeah, it's just I'm so grateful to have reconnected with family. It's a real gift of recovery. So and I'm welcome back, to see Mum and Mitch whenever I could afford to or whatever now. So I think it went really well. Thanks for asking, Daniel.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. All right then.
All right.
See you later.
Take care, everybody.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.